Alrighty then, we are live. We are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in. Come on in the room, y'all. Let's get it. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Pathway to Purpose with Cynthia. I am your host, Cynthia Robinson. Listen, have a little bit of technical difficulties. I am on a different computer. So I'm sorry if it's not that clear. It's kind of looking a little fuzzy, but let me know if you guys can see me and hear me clear. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? Hey, Brandon. What's going on, Brandon? Happy Thursday. Yes. Today is Happy Thursday. This is Thankful Thursday. Happy Thursday. Look, show it off Thursday. Whatever Thursday you want it to be in a positive way. This is Thursday, and it is absolutely, absolutely amazing. If you're tuning in, let me know in the comments where you are tuning in from. Share, like, share, like, share, like. Send it in a message, send it to somebody by text. Let them know that we are on tonight. Listen here. So I'm not going to be before you long. But what I want to talk to you all about is, I don't know if you saw the title, is the glass half empty or half full? And I had a conversation with someone a few days ago speaking about storms and going through things. And it's all about how you look at things. And it had me to thinking, contemplating after prayer this morning, and really trying to understand. Hey, Tori, trying to understand why sometimes that we see things, the glass half full or the glass half empty. Is it because of what we've been through? Is it because of things that we've endured? Is it because of a lot of negativity around us, or we need to do some self-work? Why is the reason that we see the glass half empty? That's something to ask yourself. I know there have been times where I've been in situations and I have saw the worst of it and not looking at the best of it, not looking at or being grateful for what was actually good in my life, more so focusing on the bad. So I just want to come in and just encourage you a little bit. Hey, Miss Lunella, how are you doing on this evening? Welcome, welcome. So I just want to encourage you on looking at a situation, looking at it with the glass half full. And the reason why I want to encourage you in doing that is because transgressions, situations, problems, issues, storms, all that is going to happen in our life. You can ask Miss Lunella, even though she looked younger than me, she looked younger than me. She's been here. She's experienced. She's seen some things. She's experienced some things. And we know that trouble will come, but it won't last. And how we get through it is actually how our attitude, our outlook, and just how whether we pray through it, whether we cry through it. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to not be okay. But how are you really weathering the storm? That's the question. I have grown and have gotten wisdom to look at things in a way that I look at the good in things. Even when things hurt me, even when things are disappointing, even when things don't go the way that I prayed about yet, and even if God says no, because sometimes we can pray for something, he'll be like, no, that's not for you. I still look at the fact that maybe he's saving me from something. I could look at it at, oh man, God don't love me. That's why he's not giving me what I'm asking him for, because he said if I ask, he'll give it to me. But we also have to understand that God already has our life and our purpose planned out, and he foresees things that we don't see. So I look at it now as that he's saving me from some things, even from myself sometimes. So I flip it. And instead of being upset about it, feeling even more disappointed than the disappointment itself, I tend to look at things with the glass half full. And what that does is that encourages me. It allows me to stand in who I am. It allows me to see my faults and see that, okay, I could have looked at this a certain way, but I'm growing. So now then I'm able to flip it and I'm able to see the good things in it. I can see the progression, where I have come, how far I have come, how far God has brought me through, how many things that I have learned from the elders in my life, from the people that I've watched and that I've seen go through what I've been through, and notes that I've taken. So I look at that and I say, okay, God, I thank you. I'm very grateful. And I walk in gratitude now. I walk in gratitude now because it could have been worse. It could have been much worse than what it is. It could be in a situation where I'm no longer here. So nothing can ever get better when you're no longer here, when you cease to exist, when you're unalive. That is it. That nothing it. Only thing that matters then is the ending, the beginning and the ending, and the dash in the middle. It's all what you do with the dash in the middle. And I'm just here to encourage you to look at the glass half full. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of stuff right now. And the last thing people need is for you to magnify the glass being half empty. And I say you, I mean us. They don't need us magnifying the downfall. They don't need us magnifying what they're already dealing with and going through. People need love. People need attention. People need understanding. People need grace. People need sympathy and empathy. And we're so quick to sit here and say, well, it's not my problem. It's not my issue. It's not on me to do this or that or the other. Well, whose responsibility is it? Whose responsibility is it to love? Because God said the greatest of these is love. So if we're too busy talking against people, judging them, hurting them, calling out things that's wrong in their life, we're not doing kingdom work. We're not doing what God called us to do. Some of us are so heavenly bound that we are no doggone earthly good. We always want to be churchy. Some people don't get church. Some people get love because love, it is an international language. Everybody understands love. I can never speak your language, but if I walk up to you with compassion and I move in a way that's warm, that's engaging, that's caring, you will understand exactly what I'm saying to you. And the problem is too many of us are speaking stuff that we say is God, that we say that God told us to do. And then you are full of crap. I'm just going to put it out there. You're full of crap because you're not exuding the love of God. You're not caring about God's people. You're hurting them. You're scarring them. And then people that you deem not good enough, like me, is doing collateral damage because of what you done said or you done did. I don't know why I'm going this way, but this is what it is. And if you don't like it, you can click off. I mean, really. And at the end of the day, we have a responsibility for ministry to love people. That's the first thing that our responsibility is. It's to love people. It's not to get on here and prophesy all day long and put your cash app up underneath the lower left corner. It's not for you to call people out. It's not for any of that. It's really God's. It's really God's job to change their heart. We introduce them to love first and foremost. We introduce them to love and compassion. We introduce them to a change that is us, meaning that how we used to be, we're walking testimony, and they see that in us. Stop making it so much religion, okay? And love people and walk in love and be an example. Exemplify what love is. Exemplify if you really want to be like Jesus, you'll go hang out with people that you call yourself and never be seen with. The people that you talk about. The people that you put down, the family members that you don't want to be around. Those are the people that you'll hang out with, because that's what Jesus did. But you say you want to be like Jesus, but yet I only see you around the people that's like you. All y'all still talking about the same thing because you know everything. All of y'all talking biblical, always talking about the same stuff. Go out amongst them. It's time for us to really truly minister to people in a way that things and people are changing. This is why the world is like it is now, because we're not doing our job. We're not doing our job. We too busy clicking. We too busy being with the same kind of people, and we don't want to go out, and we don't want to do those things. We don't want to be in uncomfortable places. Oh, that's of the devil. Oh, that ain't God. What do you know? God is the one that knows man's heart. But we constantly saying we know people. We constantly saying we know. And if people don't tell us, we don't know them. We're judging them. We're looking at the glass half empty. We're looking at them in a way how we perceive our insecurities and our downfalls. That's how we're looking at people. We're reflecting ourselves off on people and saying it's people, but it's us. Make it make sense. And we're calling it kingdom work. Blasphemy and use a lie. There's no truth in it because you're not showing love, and you wonder why people don't want to come to the church, and you wonder why people are turning away from the church, and you wonder why people are tired of titles of the church because they see no love. They only see judgment and chastisement. And when it comes with heathenness, they see you being petty. They see you talking about people, and they don't see no love. People want love right now. People are hurting. There are people that want to unalive themselves. There are those of us who minister to people every day, and we ain't got to prove nothing to the rest of y'all. But we are in the trenches, crying, praying, answering our phones in the middle of the night, doing the things that God really and truly called us to do without an accolade, without a live, without a camera, without a cell phone, without a post, without a flyer. Because the depths of us don't want to see the glass half empty, don't want to see someone lose their life, don't want to see someone without, don't want to see someone feel bad. That's just factual. When are we going to get to the point where we're going to come out of the buildings, we're going to come out of the conventions, we're going to come out of the venues, and we're going to hit the streets? When are we going to do something to stop our children from killing each other? When are we going to go to the streets and go to the boroughs where our babies are? Where those babies are that feel like nobody don't care about them, because the church folk are always with the church folk. They don't care nothing about us. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I heard. They don't want nothing but our money. It's time for us to come out and go into the trenches. It's time for you to take off your Gucci shoes, your red bottoms, and it's time for you to put on some Nikes, some Puma, some Adidas, whatever. Walmart specials. And let people know that you love them. Pray with them. Do you know how people are so grateful when you pray? You help them through a storm. And what you do don't have to be seen. Stop taking the cameras. Stop putting people on. Stop putting them on spotlight. At a person's most broken moment, there are people out here that are recording it. They don't want to remember that. They want to be delivered, but they don't want to remember that. They don't want to see that over and over again. We have a responsibility to love. We have a responsibility to care. We have a responsibility to spiritually coach, motivate, first love people into understanding why they should see themselves as God sees them. Understand and know that God created them without a mistake, that you're fearfully and wonderfully made no matter who you are. Love people. You're spewing out hate because of the choices other people make. You're spewing hate because of their color. You're spewing hate because of their sexual preference. You're spewing hate because of, their economic level. You're spewing hate because of their political decisions and or views. You're spewing hate. Either way, it's hate. It doesn't matter. It's hate. And that has nothing to do with God. Nothing. But love is universal. In the 50 years, I think the most important thing that I'm understanding now is to love people while you're here. When you've gone through a lot, you've been through a lot, you suffered a lot, the most impact of your heart is love, right? Because we get over hurt, we get over pain. After a while, it subsides, we heal from it. But that love be genuine. We hold on, we grasp that. So why not walk in love? Why not want to continue to be a person that loves in spite of? Baby, God is the one that's got to change your life of how he sees fit as you submit to him. Because I can preach and teach and walk and slay and slang oil and do all kind of ridiculous stuff that come on now, some of it's ridiculous because some of this stuff God ain't even called us to do. Some of this stuff we doing and we do be doing too much. Love them where they are. And let them see the change. Let them see God in you. That's how they see God in us. Not with 50, 11, 100,000 titles. And us walking around talking about God says this and God says that. God, I can only imagine how he's like, oh, I be talking that much? Do I really? When my word already told you to do this, 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 and this. But we so busy doing everything else because it looks nice. It looks reputable. It looks acceptable to the church. But what about the people that's hurting? What about the people that need us? What about the people that's lacking? What about the people that's hungry? What about the people that have been beaten or raped? What about the people that, if you are really connected with God, the woman that's in the grocery store that's walking the aisles because she doesn't want to go home because she know when she get home she's going to get beat, but you too busy up on yourself being high-minded, so kingdomless. But think you full of kingdom, but you're not. You can't even reach in and press in to God telling you she need help. You too busy. You too busy looking at the fact that she got on what she got on. Maybe she left the house in a hurry. That's why she got on pajamas and a bonnet. Maybe he won't let her leave the house looking nice. Have you thought about that before you run your mouth? Have you thought about when you show love, that's ministry? Have you thought about when you care about somebody, that's ministry? Have you thought about when you keep your mouth shut when people tell you that business, that's ministry? Whew. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna let up. Let me look at my people that's in here tonight. Hello. Hey, Minister Pam. Welcome. Y'all don't want to ignore y'all. I don't want to be going too much, and I'm not showing y'all love. Hey, Broderick. Love you much. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Could be homeless. We never know. We never know, Sandra. We never know. You will know that we are a disciple of God by the way we love. Come on, Kizzy. Come on. That's how we recognize each other. And I love this one, Kizzy, where you said, if they read, they will know that sometimes God is silent. Exactly. That's the whole point. Sometimes Bishop Robert Christopher Brown wrote a book called I Get to Serve, about serving. And about no matter what your title is, the most important thing that you can ever do is serve. Is be a servant of God. To serve God's people. And if you're not serving, you're missing it. You can't lead if you're not serving. If you've never served, you can't lead. There's no way. And if you're leading and you're still not willing to serve, then I don't want you to lead me. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to walk that walk with you. If you're still this person, with all these accolades, but yet you can't clean a toilet. Or you can't give someone a tissue and wipe their tear because they're dirty and they're smelly and they haven't washed for days or weeks or months. It's okay, Kizzy. I know what you meant. Are we serving? Are we loving? Are we understanding where people are, even though we've never been through it? Are we showing grace where grace is given? Yes, Sandra. Jesus himself said, I didn't come to be served. I came, come on, to serve. Yes. Yes, Elder Robinson. Yes, sir. That's the word, servant. And sometimes we so busy wanting to leave until we forget to serve. And then serving is love. That's the breeding ground. Love is the breeding ground for servitude, for serving. You got to first love. You got to first walk in love to want to serve. You don't have to necessarily love the person actually that you're serving, but you got to have a love for God. You got to have love in your heart. You got to be a person that walks in love in order to serve. You got to be a person that loves in order to show someone that the glass is half full and not half empty. You got to be a person that exudes that they see, they look at and say, oh, wow, I see love. I feel love when I'm around them. I don't know what it is. Hello, hello, beloved. How are you? Hey, Shannon. 2 minutes. Come on here. Come on here. Too many important. Everybody want to be a chief, but don't nobody want to be Indians. Look, this is God, Kizzy. I don't even know why I went this way. Too many people want to be chief and don't nobody want to be Indians. People don't want you to love this person because they wear this or they wear that. Some of the closest people are in my life are different. Some of the people I mostly are connected with are different. Who am I to tell them that they're wrong for their difference, for their indifference? Who am I? Who am I again to be telling somebody, oh, you shouldn't be wearing that bindi, or you shouldn't wear that nose ring, or you shouldn't wear those earrings. You shouldn't wear pink, you're a man. Or you shouldn't do this. Who am I? God said love. He didn't say come and correct them in a way that you hurt them and you damage their spirits and their souls. Is there scripture on all what I'm saying? Of course there is. Do I have any in front of me? I don't. But, all you biblical scholars, go look it up. Because at this point, it's spiritual motivation. I'm not preaching. I'm encouraging. Pathway to Purpose is about encouraging and getting people to their next. No matter who it is, no matter what their faith is, no matter what they say and or believe in, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, I represent God, and I'm gonna allow God to shine through me, throughout me, to the people, to the individual. So yeah, if you judge me on that, then move on to Bible study. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna love people. Do sometimes I carry scriptures with me, yeah, but I'm not here to preach. This ain't a preaching platform, baby. If you want a preaching platform, move on over to somebody else's page, because this ain't it. This is it to love. This is it to be real. This is it to unclothe. That's the problem. We walking with Bibles, but we ain't nothing but bullies. Walking around toting the Bible, but you a bully. Nobody don't want to hear the Bible if you bullying people. If what coming out your mouth don't even line up with the word you holding. Hello? You holding the promise, but you're petty. Come on, that don't make sense. Make it make sense, people. Come on here. Huh. Don't get me started in that way. Because I love people and I know how people hurt. Those of us who minister in the background, we see that. I have very dear people connected with a group of women right now that all of them minister in the background. All of them. They're evolving. They're ministering in the background. They don't need accolades. They don't need anybody to pat them on the back. They are actually loving on people without an audience. And the reason why Jesus had an audience so we could have an example. And the rest of y'all trying to, he said do greater things than me, but come on now. Ain't none of y'all raising Lazarus from the dead. Half of y'all walking around here dead. Ain't trying to raise nothing. Take that camera off you and do the work of God for real. For real, for real, for real. Okay? Okay? without a dollar. Okay? That's Kizzy, it's not about you having the title of minister. We're all disciples of God. So therefore, we are all charged to minister to people's hearts, and with our life is a living testimony. So in that way, you know, like you said, through your pain, through what you've been through, you are a walking testimony. We're overcome by words of our testimony. That's what we do. That's how we love on people. And people hear what you've been through. And then they say, but look at her now. Look what she's overcome. Look what she's gone through. So there is no way the glass could be half empty. It's half full because she's gone through this. But yet she's smiling. Yet she has a beautiful smile. And she's over here talking to me like she loves life. So it has to get better for me. Yeah, that's the key to ministry. That's the key to love. That's the key to servitude. Ministry is serving people. Absolutely. That's it. That's what ministry is. How many of us will go set up camp outside and go wash people's feet? And tell them just like that, God can wash away everything that's bad and wrong in their life if they'll submit. I ain't gonna wash nobody's feet. But we don't want to serve. We don't want to serve. We have to change our mentality. We want the outside to change their mentality when really it's us. We need to change our mentality. We really need to get to serving and loving. So I don't even know how I went this way. I did not even have this in my notes. I had something totally different. Why God went this way? It's his business. And he can do it. Because he God. And it's okay. It's okay. Thank y'all for staying in here with me. I'm not going to stay before you long. Next week, I'm going to have a guest on. We're going to chit chat. We're going to talk. This podcast is about uplifting people. This podcast is about allowing people to hear real stuff and how people have overcome what they've been through. Hearing real people talk about things that nobody want to talk about, seemingly. No drama. No baby daddy, baby mama drama. Real life, real love. God love. Experiences, faith, love, and experiences. That's what I'm here for. That's what God called me to. I won't apologize for it. I'm being me unapologetically. If you like it, I'm not for everybody. That's okay, because there is an amazing individual that's there for you to relate to. But I am here to love. That's universal. I'm going to do that. Because you know why? God gave me something to say at the end of my podcast. And this is it. In this life, we are imperfect people serving a perfect God that has a perfect purpose for every one of us. You are important. You are valued. You are amazing. And you are loved. And I love you. Thank you for joining. Have an amazing evening. Don't forget to keep on going to your pathway to purpose. Love y'all.